Thanks for this. Closing that clinic's a big win for Republic security and for the people of Coruscant.
Cut power to the whole blasted planet if you have to. We can't let those crazies take over the network.
Captain Winborn, Senator Kale said you need backup. What's the situation?
We're getting cut to pieces down here. We're not trained to fight an army of killers. These gangsters are smart, organized, clearly trained off-world. They'll kill thousands. Might even destroy the Senate Tower.
Pull your men back, Captain. Let me handle the criminals.
It's not that simple. They came here with a plan. The gangsters brought slicers to access every network node in the sector. They're trying to take over the automated speeder flight paths. They'll cause thousands of mid-air collisions. It'll rain debris on the Senate Tower like a meteor storm. No telling how many will die.
These criminals have gone too far. I'm taking them down.
Best news I've heard all day, Master Jedi. The gangsters have armed patrols guarding the network access points. We need to push them back and manually lock down the terminals. Get enough terminals, and we might just pull this off. My men will back you up. Good luck in there. Can't believe you took on all those gangsters and lived. You're a blasted hero, you know that? With the network terminals locked down, the speeder traffic is secure. Well, all that's left is pushing out those gangsters for good.
There was some kind of encrypted message on the network. Looks like a recording.
Let me see that. It's an old Migrant Merchants Guild code. I think I can decrypt it. Here we go.
You accepted our friendship, Senator Kale, and credits. It's time you paid us back. All we want are the housing projects you promised our people now.
Your people will have to wait their turn like everyone else. I owe you nothing. If you continue pushing me, I'll destroy you all.
Senator Kale and the Migrant Merchants Guild are at war? That's what this was all about?
Your extortion attempt has failed. My people are pushing back your little army as we speak. It's over.
Nobody breaks a deal with us, Senator. We'll have what we want one way or another.
This is way above my pay grade. I'm not destroying the reputation of Coruscant's most popular politician. Take the recording. I don't want it.
When you wear that uniform, you're upholding the Republic's ideals. Freedom, integrity, and honesty.
There's nobody more qualified to handle this than you, Jedi. I know you'll find the truth. Senator Kale has done great things for Coruscant. She's a good woman. Give her a chance. My men and I will stay down here. You should go back to the Senate Tower.
I'm desperate, Mal.
I wish I could help, Nick. I really do, but I can't spare the manpower.
Is this what the Republic has been reduced to? Indifference to the suffering of aliens?
Indifference is not the policy of the Jedi.
Then why defend an organization that ignores its alien citizens? Look around. Do we look happy here? For us, there is no justice. We are ruled over by gangsters who call themselves the Migrant Merchants Guild. While Republic security...
Nick, none of you should be living here. We can't guarantee your safety. You know that.
Our homes were buried under rubble during the war. Not our fault the businessmen here are all crooks.
I'm here to help. Is there anything I can do?
I don't know. Things are not well at all, and I do so need someone. The Republic considers us squatters and wants us out. The Migrant Merchants Guild claims to protect us, but all they do is exploit us. Now the Guild has kidnapped my mate Rhea and put her to work as an entertainer. Rhea, forced to dance for the pleasure of scoundrels.
Why did the guild kidnap your mate?
Because I failed to make my protection payments. And as you can see, Republic security couldn't care less.
Oh, for goodness sake, Nick, give it a rest.
There's no telling what humiliations and depravities Rhea's been forced to endure. My beloved is worth a great deal to me. Bring her back and I'll reward you handsomely.
I'll handle it.
Thank the ancestors. I cannot express what this means to me. Rhea is being held with the other dancers in the guild headquarters. She's a beautiful nautilin with lovely green head tresses. I'm sure you'll know her.
Honorable Jedi, a moment, please. I greet you on behalf of the great and noble Senator Dolly Burbark. The Senator sent me as his representative, though he'd prefer to be here himself. He loves to walk among his people.
Senator? Sounds like a wonderful man.
Oh, he's the most wonderful man I've ever met. Today, the Senator sent me to find brave and loyal citizens to help with a security crisis. It involves his work to restore the Republic to glory by re-establishing our technological superiority.
We should strive for balance, not domination.
Exactly, and Senator Bark's bold vision is to see the balance returned. Recently, the Senator arranged to acquire a shipment of computer chips, advanced hardware that could create whole new industries for the Republic. Unfortunately, the shipment was hijacked by the Migrant Merchants Guild. Now, Republic security is afraid to take on the Guild's thugs.
You're looking for outside help.
Exactly. The Senator says this issue is really over security's head anyways. Recovering the shipment of chips from the Guild would be a great service to Senator Bark and the Republic.
A Jedi Knight must always serve the Republic.
The Senator will be ecstatic to learn that a Jedi is assisting. To find out where the Guild has hidden the Senator's shipment, you'll have to speak with Security Captain Denel Zahn. He ran the investigation. Then return the shipment to Senator Bark's office in the Senate Tower. I'm sure he'll want to thank you personally.
Vehicle paths are currently open for business. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Here's what I got. Look quick if you want. Bring your creds back anytime.
Garo, is haborgesiem ze vaxa inatro, bome finatre.
That will be all, Minister. Dismissed. Captain Winborn contacted me. You thwarted an attack that would have killed thousands. You have my gratitude. Unfortunately, you also have a holo recording I would like destroyed. Its contents will only cause harm.
You committed a crime, Senator. Do you really expect to get away with it?
There's so much you don't understand about the situation. The Jedi Order left us to rebuild Coruscant alone. My opponent in the elections was a vile man. Lazy, stupid, and corrupt. He wasn't interested in building, only taking. I had to win. But I didn't possess as much wealth as he did. When those gangsters approached me, I accepted their donation. And I'd do it again.
Do you hear yourself? After everything that's happened, you still won't admit to being wrong.
I'm not wrong. If you'd witnessed the suffering on this world, the poverty and despair, you'd know that. I stole from those criminals to rebuild Coruscant for its people. Set things right. I'll bring the Migrant Merchants Guild to justice. You hold the power to ensure my success. Let me finish healing this world. Please, destroy that recording.
If you really love the people of Coruscant, you'll admit what you've done. Let them decide whether or not to forgive you.
You think I'm dishonest? I'm just a realist. But there's no point arguing it with you. I won't force you to go public. I'll call an emergency meeting in the Senate. Tell them the truth. Let them decide.
Coruscant will be rebuilt with or without you. I promise to help finish what you've started.
Perhaps you should run for office. I'll see to it you're properly recognized for your heroism in the old galactic market. Farewell.
Nayanam Ramkam, Kala Amka Mani Mani, Libikbak.
That was a fairly unsubtle attempt to get my attention. To stand against the Empire, the Republic's leaders must be strong. Your son's journal, Senator. There were Imperials in the temple, and your mercs were overwhelmed.
Imperials? In the Jedi temple? No wonder the mercenaries never returned. The Empire couldn't be after family heirlooms. I must inform the Senate of this. Thank you, Master Jedi. It must have been difficult to enter those ruins, but you've eased a father's pain.
Please select an available travel route. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Stand by for examination and suggested progress. You are fit for duty. Return to your post.
Rana? Kokuto chuska no iku chusa, yumata chipontata. Jeska koliraka kanchanga, bomba tumchinka.
What evidence are you looking for? I might know something.
Watuma the water donwi waki watoba yakamuka. The goliji watahumpa, mulira watawampa. Nera disa slemo crispa, tokanki kon kikopa.
These gangs are a blight on Coruscant's good name.
Was the micha kulka du maki, the osca agua upa, du batulia musta, mo gran tempo du muki donka. Iraliska chenanga wachit cospa, ini kontinga.
look at this. A Jedi. This is something special. Feel like I should have polished my boots. I'm Captain Theraguin. Last officer on the job here since the patrol stopped. Welcome to Black Sun territory.
What do you mean by that?
I take it you're new here. Black Sun. Coruscant's nastiest gang. They've infested this entire sector. The locals only venture out of their apartments when they have to scrounge for supplies. Now with no security forces, what future do they have? And Black Sun has a new game. Call it Boom.
Can you explain that?
Black Sun steals Republic supply crates, takes the supplies out, then rigs the crates with explosives. Then they set the trapped crates in the street, make bets on how long before some fool tries to open them.
Why would anyone do a thing like that?
I don't know. You want to be charitable. Assume Black Sun doesn't think straight. Didn't believe it until I saw it with my own eyes. This mousy little woman, blown to pieces. I tried to defuse the crates myself. The mechanics are simple, but Black Sun's everywhere. Nearly killed me last time.
I can handle Black Sun. I want to make things right.
Thank you. That's just what I needed to hear. Now, Black Sun's explosives are pretty simple. I can show you what to do. Anything you can do, I'll be more than grateful. But be damn careful.
Well, a Jedi. You don't stand out from all the lowlifes down here at all, do you? I'm Phalaris. I think you and I should have a private chat.
What can I do for you?
There's a rumor going around that Black Sun's about to clean house. Snitches, rival gang leaders, they're all gonna be dead meat. There's a list of these unfortunate individuals sitting on their computers. I need those names.
Sounds like this should be relatively simple.
Well, it's not as straightforward as you might think. I can slice into Black Sun's computers and get the hit list, but they'll be able to trace me. So while I'm slicing in, I need someone to break into the Black Sun hideout and shut down their tracing equipment. Think you can do that?
Do you really want to put your life in my hands to get this list?
Don't have much choice, do I? I need that list, and I need it yesterday. Time to make this happen. All right, go! Go! Well, since I haven't been visited by any large, angry Black Sun thugs, I take it you got everything taken care of?
The equipment? It's history.
All right, that's great news. What a relief. Here, something for your trouble. I can't thank you enough for your help. You know, it's funny. There are people who would pay a frigate load of credits for this list.
So, you had an ulterior motive all along?
No, it's nothing like that. I was just thinking it'd be nice to make a little something extra, wouldn't it? I say we seize this opportunity while we can.
That list should be used to save lives.
You just don't give in, do you? Oh, you're right. I shouldn't be looking for a quick profit. I'll make sure the list ends up in the right hands. Lives are more important than credits anyhow. See you around then. Thanks again for all your help.
Haven't heard an explosion in a good while. Guess that means you defused those crates.
I think I found them all. Let's hope Black Sun doesn't get any more.
We'll make sure. No more people will be killed looking for food. Now, I'm no rich senator, but let me give you a little something for taking care of this. Recognition.
You have my thanks.
The price is well worth it for my peace of mind. We all just gotta do what we can. You probably have other business, so I won't keep you. Watch your back out there.
I'm here to pick up the recordings you have for Deuce Everton.
You want to spray paint that on the walls or anything? Little discretion here. Tell Dooch it's just what he asked for. Enough for the Republic to make arrests. Black Sun, the real stuff. Hope they can make it stick. This is Coruscant. You shouldn't have to be afraid for your life just because you get off the wrong elevator.
We make a good team, T7. I get the feeling there's tough times ahead. I'm glad you're up for the challenge. Loback says the recordings in here should be enough to make arrests.
Fuibaniaka tripi taboka tonka wana waka. Wadwana ubikili wata bunka tonka patonga lurda. Wana otaka joka hata bawa. Tabamba wulia.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
I brought what you asked.
Unuk inumemnu amka kamem perolak palak.